we started yesterday with a preliminary session. Some of the ideas and the questions that we suggest at the end of these presentations have emerged yesterday during the discussion we had. Obviously, the list is incomplete and deserve much more participation and attention from your side. Let me start by the key question, environmental upgrading. The fragmentation of production processes all around the world, integration of trade, raised huge questions on the social and the economic level of analysis. We decided, as I said, to point out the attention to the environmental question, trying to add on what we already knew. We do have two building blocks that are there. Economic upgrade, we believe we understood a little bit of what we had done so far. Gary Gereffi has been very helpful in contributing in this field, trying to shape a bridge, very strong bridge between the agenda of business, industrial economists, and sociologists. Economic upgrading has been defined as the process by which economic actors, nations, firms, and workers move from low value to relatively high value activities in global production networks. We keep that definition. We believe that this is a very strong one, and we believe that the different types of economic upgrading have proved to be very reliable ones. We believe that this distinction between process, product, functional, value chain economic upgrading have proved to be robust enough, to be used and to be effective in providing us with explanatory answers vis-à-vis the research question we've been raising in the past. What we have been adding in last year, as we understood from capturing the gain process, we decided to put this new ingredient, the social upgrading issue, which is part, obviously, of a major idea of sustainability, what we call the triple bottom line of sustainability. The two circles, the red one and the yellow one over there, obviously do have what Orsato pointed out, the win-win overlapping section. At the beginning, we started talking about decent work. It was last year in Durham. The debate enlarged the scope of the research question. Decent work appeared to be a building block in the whole reasoning, but we rapidly discovered that more was there to be analyzed and put under scrutiny. Social upgrading, that was an achievement that we all agreed on. I mean, I hope nobody put it under scrutiny. Social upgrading is the process of improvement in the rights and the entitlements of workers as social actors and enhances the quality of their employment. There was an important achievement that we've been working on last year. It was something that we could build on. Obviously, last year it was a great chance to analyze and go deeper in what we call the components of this social upgrading. And by components, we mean, this idea of measurable standards, which is something that is at the heart of some of the participants today research agenda, and this issue of the enabling rights, which is at the heart of the debate also here in Italy in various academic communities. By measurable standards, we mean contracts, social protection, health, safety levels. By enabling rights, freedom of association, which was at the heart of some of the discussion we had in Durham last year, collective bargaining, and obviously non-discrimination. What we're trying to do this year, well, we are kind of twisting our picture. We are trying to complete this effort, connecting the economic upgrading issue with the environmental upgrading, trying to identify, again, the win-win situations. What we will see in the next presentation will be described as sustainability strategies, at least from a business analyst or a strategy analyst like Orsato. We tried in the paper to set a preliminary definition of environmental upgrading. We know that this is very preliminary, and we understand that many changes might occur before, shaping in a complete manner such a definition. We try to say that social upgrading is the process of improvement. It's the process by which economic actors move toward a production system that avoid or reduce environmental damage, and it is able to restore its premises. Obviously, we've been drawing on classic reference to do so. We believe that once we leave aside a very general definition and we enter the concept of environmental upgrading, well, things get immediately very complicated. First of all, because there are very many different typologies of eco-innovation. Obviously, the concept of innovation, especially technological innovation, does not necessarily correspond with the concept of upgrading, which it is larger. It should encompass the other. Anyway, some of these definitions are now well-established ones in our debate. For instance, the end of pipe versus best available technologies, which is something that engineers and scientists usually use. Renning's technological, organizational, social, and institutional distinctions. All these categories do not necessarily fit our needs, do not necessarily fit our objective, our research agenda. In Venice International University, what we developed so far is very much linked to a very general idea of life cycle assessment. We've been trying to focus on what Chinese academics call circular economy. It was mentioned before, industrial ecology in our debate, and Hilda has been working in the last years on trying to figure out the puzzle that is behind this life cycle assessment approach, try to identify input, process, and output as potential categories to figure out how to categorize this very complex phenomenon.